Hey Soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at a major glow up that's happening to you. What's happening next? And to do this reading we are going to be picking three piles together. So that's 1, 2, and I guess this is our third pile. Let's see what we have for today's reading. Right, so for pile number 1, sorry, have to be careful with the new YouTube rules. So you have Calendula. For pile number 2, you have Dragon's Blood. And for pile number 3, that's much better. So you have, this is how your card looks like, Mitragynia. All right. So take a close look at your cards. Perhaps you know you like to pick with crystals. Let me actually add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, you have the tiger's eye in the shape of squirrel. I think I need to put it this way so that you can see it better. For pile number 2, you have the green moss agate in the shape of a star. And for pile number 3, you have the blue goldstone in the shape of a heart. That's what your crystal looks like. All right, so take a look at which one of these 3 cards or 3 crystals you're the most drawn to, and that will probably be the pile for you here today. If you feel drawn to more than one pile or more than one crystal, maybe even all of them, trust your intuition. Perhaps there's so much more for you to know about your next coming huge glow up, and that's the intention of the reading. And so, like I always say, if you feel drawn to more than one pile or maybe all, check them out, and as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. We're about to begin your pile preparation process. If you need any more time to take a closer look at your piles and your crystals, please pause the video, take as much time as you need, and I'll see you in your reading. Hey Soul family, welcome to your shuffling and pile preparation process. It is so lovely to have you as we prepare for your piles. All right, so let's get straight into it. As you can see, these are the decks that we will be using for your reading today. On the left are the oracle decks, and on the right are the tarot decks. And if you're interested in any of the decks that I use, you'll find that I always list them down in the description box for you guys in any video that you watch. Okay, so that was quick. I feel like these were our 3 today. Let's now move on to the next oracle deck. Oi, thanks. So that's 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now with the tea leaves, we're going to be dividing it into 3 parts. We'll be taking 2 cards out of each part. Oh, thanks. So 1, 2, that's right. One, 2. There we go. 1 and 2. Okay, so our oracle cards for today's... Oh, look at that. This one's been moving. Wreath. And I feel like, although it says sorrow over a loss, a wreath, especially this one, a very colorful one, reminds me of a celebration, like when we hang it during Christmas. So actually, I feel like you will be celebrating something with regards to your glow up, of course, that you felt you either were never gonna have, or something that you had but lost for a reason. It's now coming back for you again. So perhaps this is like being super positive towards life and feeling like the world is just giving you unconditionally. It could have been something that you had in the past as a child or as an adult. Then you felt like it was taken from you and now it's being given back to you. This could also be like having great looks and then something happened and then you're getting it back, you know? I'm seeing the energy of a blessing that used to be in your past, that you felt that you have lost, and now you're getting back full throttle. This is a message for you if, of course, you're watching the pile preparation process. All right, such a cool message. I wish you the best of luck with that. Let's now pick up your tarot decks. So we'll be taking 2 cards from each deck. So 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. All right, there we go. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. All right. Oh, there we go. And 3. All right, now moving on to the last deck. Oh, these 2 really moved. So I'll take them here. So pile 2 gets 3 cards and pile 3. Right, so our 3 piles for today's reading are now ready. Let's put them together neatly for your reading. That is pile number 1. There we go. That's pile number 1. Right, let's keep it here. And you also had the tiger's eye in the shape of a squirrel. There we go. Pile number 2. With the green moss agate star. 3. There we go. With the blue goldstone in the shape of a heart. And there we go. Our 3 piles for today's reading are now ready. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always a pleasure. Love you guys very much. Very excited about today's reading, and let's get straight into it. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful tiger's eye in the shape of a squirrel, as well as this interesting plant, Calendula. It's the first time for me to hear about it from this deck, but it's so interesting. So you have Calendula with purity, right? And we're taking a look at your next major glow up. Let's first take a look at your oracle cards. So you have, mentor. The light attributes of this card is, or the mentor, this archetype, is passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. Now, the shadow attributes are inability to allow the student to move on to the role of master, imparting false instruction. Right, so let's keep that there. I heard in my mind now, as I've taken a look at this part, that you were your own mentor. I think you've decided all of a sudden to improve yourself, perhaps, or to attain a lot of knowledge. It's like you mentored yourself. You were the researcher, you were the implementer, you were the coach, you were the person who took the feedback, talked yourself out of things. It's like you were your own mentor, pile number 1. Right. So, you were your own mentor, despite passing through a time where you may not have had all the resources that you needed. And there's this energy of making it work until you until you became what you wanted to be. And the reason I'm saying that is because the Calendula, as I've read in the guidebook, something so interesting. It was known as the poor man's saffron, because it was used to add color and flavor to foods, instead of, being able to afford saffron to put on their food. So I really feel like you were at a time of your life where you wanted to see your dreams coming true, and you did with everything that you had. In that case, I believe you would be a great inspiration to those around you, or to the people who have gone through the same things that you've gone through. And I think they would say, wow, how did pile number 1 do that? If they can do it, maybe this opens up my mind for me to be able to do that as well. I think you're, with the mentor archetype, you're going through a major glow up that is going to be greatly seen, especially that with this colored wing. Of course, it's not a peacock wing, but it reminds me of it, being seen, shining bright. Also, part of your glow up, I believe, has to do with your looks. Because speaking of coloring food, Calendula was used to color, I believe, fabric and hair. Yeah. So there's something about your looks in that case with fabric and hair. I think there is a glow up in how you look, especially that this card is associated with the sun. So the way you're seen is really going to be some sort of a guide to others on how to look, how to behave, what actions to do to create that transformation. And I think you're opening up people's minds in this next phase of your life to not following excuses ever, because they believe, wow, pile number 1 was able to go through that huge challenge to change and transform in this way. That is a wake-up call to the people around you that have been maybe giving excuses about so many things, and seeing you shine this way and open opportunities for yourself with the door, I believe, and to transform in that magnitude is going to guide them to changing the things in their lives that they've been keeping stagnant because of excuses in their minds. I think you're gonna, I want to say this in the nicest way, but perhaps make people feel a little bit ashamed for thinking that way. Because your next glow up will be truly mesmerizing. I mean, you see so many people looking at you, young people, old people, everyone's staring at you. And it's a new beginning. Wow, let's take a look at the rest of your cards. This is obviously a major glow up, no question about it. You have Neptune, dream and transcend. Exactly. That sums it up. I feel like you will be seen as an icon in this next phase of your life, as someone who is capable of dreaming and achieving and growing, no matter what they are in life, no matter what life throws at them. You are the real application of life throwing lemons at you and you turning it into lemonade. There is something powerful about your pile. I truly feel that you're gonna cause people to stand in awe to what you have done, because there's a lot of healing here. The calendula, I believe I read, also heals inflammation, was used traditionally to use inflammation. It's an anti-inflammatory. It has anti-inflammatory powers, strong ones. You can put them, I believe, on bruises or burns, wounds, and it would help stop the bleeding. So yeah, it looks to me that you are in this pile the king or queen of growth and healing. So amazing, pile number 1. I bet you are so proud of yourself. And I feel with the swing here that you've been taking it easy. There's a lot of hard work, but you weren't, it's like, why isn't this happening? I feel like you've been very kind, and that's why you have the mentor. You've been very kind, very forgiving. You kindly brought yourself back up, tried again and again and again with a lot of patience until you've reached some sort of major glow up. I believe your glow up pertains to how you look and how you've healed as a character and as a person. But let's find out more. So you have dagger, fear, worries, tense situations. That's probably one of the strongest things that you've healed here. Oh, this tells me something. Healing fears. This card kind of looks, with all the fears and worries and tense situations, kind of like trauma, healing a trauma. And healing fear here would tell me that your demeanor has changed. So this could translate to you now becoming much calmer than you are. Perhaps your walk is different now. You're perhaps not triggered anymore. There's strong healing. It's anti-inflammatory. I feel like you've worked so hard on your emotions specifically. Very hard on your emotions. You've been taking it slow, and your demeanor has changed. You're more poised, and you're really radiating. At this point of your life, my dear pile number 1, you are shining bright. And that's why you have the sun astrologically. This is part of the herbs of the sun. So you're really shining bright. And I feel like You've healed so much, there's only just a little bit to go. I feel like there's a certain door that you need to open. I'm not sure what it is yet, but we'll find out in your reading. There is still something that you're going to be opening, and once you open it, the glow is going to hurt people's eyes. It's going to be glaring and strong. But already I can see that people feel like you shook them into believing in dreams and believing in crazy type of growth, and you've opened people's minds to not accepting the things that you're really a mentor, because through your actions you are teaching others to say, you know what, hey, maybe I can change these things about me too. You have no idea, because this character has, or this figure is giving us their back, so you have no idea that you have that type of strong effect on others. And this is great karma, because as you're healing yourself, you're healing others. That's how it works. That's how karma works as well. And that is increasing your karma. Focusing so much on healing yourself, you're an important soul, is helping to heal others. Healing brings healing. And you have clouds, temporary problem. We can see the sun rising. The sun rising, this tells me that you were always meant to shine. It's part of your spiritual journey to heal the very things that were clouding your shine. And we keep seeing the shine. Do you see that? And as you're transcending these pains and healing strongly, you're going to begin to shine bright in this phase of your life. So bright it would hurt the eye. And I feel like there's fearlessness here. It's like, I'm the sun, I shine. And if you don't like it, don't look straight to the sun, kind of energy. Wow. Let's take a look at the rest of your cards and see more about your story. It's so interesting. Let's find out how you did that, or maybe we'll find out exactly what's coming next. So, you have the Two of Pentacles. You have the Knight of Swords. You have the Spirit Plane. This is the Chariot. And the Spirit Plane with the Chariot reminds me of, talk about transcendence. It reminds me of, what is it called? It'll come to me in a second. But again, we see spiritual growth. It's like you've passed a test, something that you came here to do for sure. That grand transcendence that you came here to do. It's like there's this congratulations kind of energy coming to you from the spiritual plane. And you will feel all sorts of effects and blessings and benefits that come with that type of healing and that type of new character and that type of new figure. That type of new growth that you have done. There's a level up. You know how when people say, like, for example, there is pretty privilege. There are privileges that come with being pretty. There are privileges that come with having certain degrees. There are privileges that come with money and so on. So obviously, with the great growth that you've done, many privileges come with it. And these are the things that are going to start surprising you in your world. You're going to be seeing things and experiencing things that you haven't before. You have infinite paths. Oh my God, that is the Sun card. And do you see, not only is someone shining, but they're transcending and they're moving forward, actually. Do you see? Moving forward in life and shining bright. So interesting. You have the Six of Wands. That is a card of success and victory. And you can see someone finally reaping what they've sown. They're taking the harvest and they're enjoying all the hard work that they've put into something. You have, and that's the biggest part of your reading here, of you starting to see the benefits of the hard work that you've been putting in. And I think the people around you too will be seeing these benefits. And that's what this door is probably talking about. You have the Moon card. You have the Queen of Pentacles. And you have the Nine of Wands. I remember Merkaba. I just paused for a little while. Merkaba. Let me take a closer look now at your cards and see what this major glow up is going to look like. But right off the bat, I can see people staring at you. It's all over. It's like a show, you know, a fortunate show that everyone is looking at. And you can already see you're making people make better choices. They're like, wow, well, maybe if I don't take action, then I'll live that type of life. But hey, looks like the impossible, because this is a rabbit standing on a fish, kind of looked impossible before. But as the impossible is made possible, you're making people embrace their hopes and their dreams and choosing to improve their lives. This looks to me here in the Moon card. Do you see there's a lot of eyes on you and they're in the dark? I feel like pile number one, before you even open that door, which I think I figured out, before that door even opens, I see a lot of eyes are on you. See, you're shining so bright. There's something about your looks. There's something about your character. But the Moon card tells me that you are unseen. Maybe you also feel like no one is interested in watching you, or maybe, yeah, but your whole reading shows me that you're so really watched. I would think with this Moon card showing up, as well as the sun covered by the clouds, I feel like there is an amazing character here, a beautiful character, a figure that is nicely dressed as well, but is all alone on their own in the night. I feel like someone who's meant to shine is supposed to be out there into the world. That's what I see. And we see with the infinite paths here, the sun card, you're meant to go out into the light. And I believe this is the door that is meant to open, because once you open it, you shine so bright. So maybe you keep a little bit to yourself. I think you are unseen with the Moon card. Even the Nine of Wands here shows me someone who has a mask on. Why? Why do you have a mask on? Pile number one. And why aren't you out there? Let me think about it. Oh, look at this Queen of Pentacles is stepping on one of her children. Maybe this is the inner child. Maybe your inner child is a little bit afraid of going out there and being seen. This attention perhaps. So much attention may be scaring you a little bit. Yeah, exactly. Although this is your time to shine. Or the other way around, your inner child wants to get out, but you're being careful. Pile number one. This is a phase of your life where you're meant to shine bright. This is your time, and your shine is going to be so strong, as I said, that it will hurt people who look directly at you. You know what that means? That means if they try to dislike that shine, give you the look, try to judge you, it is their own eyes that's going to hurt. So I feel that there's so much strength in you, or so much boldness, or that you shine unapologetically, that perhaps what your inner child is worried about is no longer applicable. And once you choose to open that door, you're going to be shining so bright. In fact, the Nine of Wands is a card about being bold and being courageous and being out there, even if you're worried. Because once you open that door and show yourself to the world and show the new strength you have now that that has come as a byproduct of all of the healing that you've done. It's just shining so bright out of you now that not even you have to decide. It's just something that's happening now. You will realize that the reaction of the outer world is going to be so different. It's like you're waiting to be seen. You have to be seen. It is your time to be seen. I think the universe even wants you to be seen because you're used as a mentor, someone who's walking inspiration for others. And the Knight of Swords shows me that you're also a very cerebral person and you have learned so much, and what you have learned could be passed on. So you are being guided to speak up and to get out there, to be seen and to be heard. And this new major glow up that's going to happen in your life, the one that is going to be so bright that it's blinding, because I don't think anyone can help but stare at you, is going to begin the second you open up the door. And I finally understand what this door is talking about. This door could be literally your house door. Maybe your reading is really encouraging you to open that door and to get out into the world, because you are at a stage of your life where you're meant to be seen. The Merkaba here shows that you came here to do that. The Merkaba is like a spiritual vehicle, and so you're upgrading. I feel this movement upwards. You're upgrading. You're moving at a great speed towards your spiritual growth and your spiritual journey towards your North Node. And now you're supposed to walk out into the light where you become the sun. Pile number 1. And you will see, once you have that boldness of opening up the door and meeting people, you will see the harvest of the hard work that you've done, and you will experience success and victory. Now, the harvest or the benefits that you will be getting as a byproduct of that effort and healing that you've done is being heard and respected, whether people like it or not. Being seen and shining, whether people like it or not. Perhaps this means being heard and being seen, whether people like it or not. Because the idea of whether people like it or not is the hurting of the eyes. Whether people like it or not. What does this tell me? Yes, of course, it tells me that if someone is intimidated by how much you shine bright and appear and how much you're grabbing attention, they cannot act from their shadow side to interrupt you or to make you less visible. It can't happen anymore. And with that type of healing that you're going through, this is the byproduct. I feel like people are taking a step back and allowing you to shine. It's not so easy for them to take your shine away from you. It's like when you're performing, aka being seen and heard, people are taking a step back. Although it seems to me that you are very reluctant about being seen in the first place. But I think once you open up this door and you experience the byproduct of the confidence that you've built, and the healing that you've built and the internal strength that you've built, you will realize that you don't have really any more fears or worries, that your tense situation, you're not tense, you're not feeling tense what used to be challenging situations, especially with others. And you shine so brightly, effortlessly. And that is the next stage of your life, my dear pile number 2. Really, this whole reading is saying that you are on the precipice of this. People are already in the dark here, already staring at you, whether you're aware of this or not. And it's time to open that door, my dear pile number 2. Open that door. Something I heard in my mind. I even heard it for you a little bit more aggressive than that. But I don't think I'm going to say it the way I heard it. But it's kind of like open that door. Pile number 1 is what I heard. So please open it. You are going to be shining so bright. Perhaps you don't even know just how much you have healed and you're ready to shine and be seen. This is exactly what I see for your reading, my dear pile number 1. I am so happy for you. Your reading is so cool. I wish you the best of luck. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, my dear pile number 1. This book could truly help you out in your journey of growth and manifesting your dreams, because productivity really helps you achieve your goals one after the other. And so this book teaches you right away how to have a healthy mindset towards productivity, where you don't have to depend anymore on motivation, because it's an emotion that comes and goes. And it also teaches you not to go about being productive in a way that's painful all the time, because otherwise, if it's too difficult constantly, you're just going to drop it. And this book truly teaches you how to see productivity in a much new and better light, how to enjoy this journey. And it's full of techniques and advice on how to tackle your goals, well researched, based on studies that can truly help you tackle even the most intimidating tasks. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. Maybe you'll want to check the productivity e-cookbook as well. It's a book that has 210 recipes full of healthy, delicious meals that are cooked in a matter of minutes, giving you the rest of the day to do what is important for you. There's also a vegan version. And if you'd like to check these ebooks out, you'll find a link to them down in the description box. And my dear pile number 1, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful green moss agate in the shape of a star. Ooh, 2 stars. You could be shining so bright. Let's take a look here at your cards. But yeah, 2 stars. It really makes me feel that you're shining bright. It also makes me feel that you could be popular amongst the people that you know, or that you stand out. Let's find out more. So you were drawn to the dragon's blood, and the card is named Anima Mundi. Again, I'm seeing the idea that everyone's watching you, just like the star, because Anima Mundi in Greek means the world spirit, you know? It's like the world card. Everyone has their eyes on you. Right, let's keep it here for now. Yeah, I think a lot of people have their eyes on you, and they're also thinking about you. Because the Anima Mundi is like, it's this force, it's this thought or energy that is thought to be, energy that is thought to be permeating, you know, the world. So I really feel like you're seen, your energy is felt and seen. All right, let's find out more, my dear pile number 2. This pile is shining so bright. That's the major thing to expect in your next glow up. Right, so you have scribe. So the light attribute is preserving knowledge and information. How interesting. That goes really hand in hand with the Anima Mundi. Especially the dragons. Speaking about preserving knowledge, you know, dragons were thought of as ancient guardians of the earth and the hidden knowledge. That's why they're related so much to the occult. So that's definitely something interesting here that we'll be exploring in your reading. And the shadow attribute is altering facts or plagiarizing others' work. Okay, so let's keep that here. This probably means that with preserving knowledge, I feel like you're shining so bright in your private world, but it looks here to me that your next glow up also pertains to your work with something you're presenting, or a book that you're writing, or any type of work that you're doing, because any type of work that we do at the end of the day is presenting the work that we've done. So yeah, I see a special emphasis on your work. You also have opposition. So when two planets are in opposition, or heavenly bodies are in opposition, it's imbalance, a point of tension, and a power struggle. Oh, cool. Oh my God. This looks like, just like the card suggests, big energy. Let's take a look at the rest of your cards. Your reading's so interesting. Pile number 2, you have skull. Hidden secrets can harm you. What is with this pile and the hidden secrets and the occult? I don't know. Maybe your work has to do with some hidden knowledge. Maybe some of you are scientists. Especially that, you know, the dragon's blood was used by indigenous people as an antiviral. So maybe some of you are like healing something in the world. Your work could be a bit sensitive or secret. That's very specific, but I'm feeling that for some of you, because we keep seeing secrecy. I don't know what's up with that. Pile number 2, I really don't know what's up with that. Oh my God, I mean, opposition, scribe. Some of you may hold ancient knowledge that you're about to publish. Oh gosh, that would be so cool. Pile number 2. You have scales. Keep your life in balance. Okay, so would you see it if I put it here? Yes. All right, let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you have the 7 of Cups. I'm seeing with this 7 of Cups reaching heights never before reached, or something like that, yeah. Reaching heights unseen to humans perhaps before. This is a very cool and interesting pile. It's full of occult, ancient knowledge, having access to things that other people haven't had access to. Evolving in a way, perhaps, evolving in a way, whether you're aware of this sacred knowledge or not, in a way that others haven't or aren't going to be able or haven't yet. Maybe you're a pioneer. You're reaching something, opening up the doorways for others. And maybe the opposition here could be some people not liking it. Let's find out. So you have the moon. Of course, the moon has to do with secret knowledge again. Could do the occult that we've been seeing. You have the 8 of Cups. What's wrong? There we go. The 8 of Cups. Again, with all of the blurriness in your pile, I feel like not a lot of people can see what you see. You have the Pelican. This is the Emperor. You have the 3 of Embers. This is the 3 of Wands. Okay. Kind of reminds me of witches dancing, performing a ritual in the forest. you have the Nine of Swords there. This is the Strength card, right? Although it looks like the Justice card. Maybe it's one of these decks that it's the other way around. I'll check now. So this is either the Strength card or the Justice card. I'm really inclined to feel like this is the Justice card. It's one of those decks where it's swapped. And you have the King of Cups. Of course, talking about ancient, things being ancient. Historically, it was actually in tarot the other way around, where Justice was number 8 and the Strength card was 11. Right, King of Cups and Knight of Wands. Wow. So what do I see here? I actually see so many things. I don't know where to begin. But let me first check this out. This is going to be a very interesting pile, and I feel like it's going to resonate with some people in specific. Perhaps not with so many people, but you know, I like to be honest and I like to say exactly what I see. If you feel like this pile is not resonating with you, I would highly recommend that you check the other 2 piles and see which one you're the most drawn to, because it happens sometimes where we click on a pile that is doesn't feel like it's going with our energy. It happens with all of us. But if it does, oh my God, I don't know what to tell you, pile number 2. But this looks to me like very strong power. And your major glow up is a major glow up to the whole world, actually. Part of your work could be in secrecy, or that you could be showing others what they didn't know about. You're exposing, or you are revealing something that has been hidden, you know, a big surprise to people. Like, for example, the people who show others certain foods, for example, that were unhealthy and it was a surprise for all of us in the beginning. Or people who show things about history, or you name it. I don't know exactly what your field is, but I can read your energy. I can see that you will be revealing things that are unknown to people, especially that this pelican in the guidebook, I remember, was talking about the emperor being the unknown emperor that has a scepter to show people what they need to see, what they did not see with the moon card here. I see speaking things that people will find so pleasant to hear, and probably heal, because I was going to say heal, that maybe other people didn't want regular people to hear. You know, these could be organizations, a certain field, certain people in your company, something like that, who would bully others into not believing it or believing otherwise. So you're revealing something here in your work, and this is a major, major thing in your life. And it's obviously making you a star. Although I really feel that you're going to first go incognito showing this. I think it would be the most safest way, because we see someone here who's wearing a flea as their legs. And then, what is it called? The green. Wearing a cricket. And it's like trying to make things work, putting things together. To me here, this feels more like someone going incognito first. And speaking of scepters, look right under there. You have the King of Cups. And this reminds me of the scepter, or rather the staff of Shiva. And I know that Shiva's staff has 3. In fact, it's called Trishul, or the trident, Trishul. And so the 3 points represent will, knowledge, and action. And since these are 2, this could signify that you only have a job of awareness, taking people to certain heights, like a pioneer, somewhere where they haven't risen before. The action part pertains to the people, you guiding them and them moving with the Three of Wands as well here. Now, this major glow up. Although in the beginning it's going to be incognito, perhaps as you pass on the knowledge, it is going to make a star out of you. You're going to glow and shine so bright. I don't know why I feel so worried for you as I'm doing this reading. But I, in fact, I really do see here with the scales coming twice, especially in conjunction with the opposition. It's actually telling me as a messenger for you to not be afraid. Actually, maybe I'm worried for you, maybe you're not afraid. So keep your energy the way it is. So here with opposition, I feel like many people won't like it. Whether these are people in your company or in the field or wherever, they may not like it first, and they may try to belittle what you're saying, but it's not working. I really feel like people have their eyes shining, glittering with what you have presented. Look, people are just holding your hands. They're almost hypnotized. They love what they're listening to. They're so curious about what you're presenting. They find it so healing. Why do they find it so healing? Because the dragon's blood, the indigenous people in the Amazon, the sap looks like blood, and so they would take it and they would rub it on top of their wounds. It would heal inflammation. It would instantly stop the bleeding, start the healing process, and also it would heal internal bleeding as well. So I feel like you're healing people in something serious, something very serious. It's like you're healing people perhaps even inside out with knowledge that hasn't been seen before. And you have some people who are not liking it. Although, look at this person. Although they're a little bit bigger, but they're not really in control or as big as one would think. You know, the best that they can do is laugh or call it off. But they don't have much power. I see your message to you, my dear pile number 2, is to keep your balance with that opposition. As long as you're calm, you're not letting it get to your head or to your heart, you're in a very strong position with the King of Cups, and you're holding the healing, some sort of very powerful energy. Very also intelligent energy, because the Anima Mundi is the intelligence of the universe. So with the dragon, the Anima Mundi, I really feel like you're giving information that would be very effective for human beings. And with the skull, this is passing on ancient knowledge. Pile number 2. Wow. I'm so impressed. I feel like your ancestors are playing a big part of this game. Did I say game? Oh my God. I don't know why I said that, but they're playing a big part of this journey. And they're guiding you to help you bring this knowledge out. And I heard in my mind, it's about time. So, wow. I don't know why I'm so taken aback. I feel like you have much stronger energy than me. So I'm going to pause the video, take my time to take a few breaths and come and perform this reading for you properly. Okay, so with the opposition, we have a power struggle, which shows that you are equally as strong, right? Power struggle shows that a strong power in front of a strong power, tête-à-tête, where you're equally very powerful. And so it looks like with what you're publishing or the news coming out or what you're teaching in your company or in your field or whatever this is going to be in. You're allowing people to move from one era of the world with the Anima Mundi to a new era where people see things forever differently. All the moons here signify finally revealing the unknown, getting to know the unknown, moving towards and seeing what hasn't been seen before. And so you're making, and that Seven of Cups is showing us that you're rising. So I thought it was you rising, but here we can see you're taking humanity and making them rise to a new place or a new position that they may not have experienced since even the ancient times. You have a very important role, it seems, my dear pile number 2. And with your wand, or with your message rather, you are bringing great balance to the world. And for many of you, this balance pertains to health and mental health, maybe. Very specific, but perhaps. In all cases, you are healing a generational, like a world kind of generational or an era karma or generational karma, exactly. Because with the blood here, it signifies pain, you know, something that hurt greatly, something that brought a lot of pain to people, families, the world. And I feel like you're ending this karma and bringing the world into its new era and a new stage, specifically with regards to a certain area or a certain topic that you are researching and discovering and working on, my dear pile number 2. I have utmost respect for you. This pile is one of the piles that put me in awe, and I wish you the best of luck. And you can even see here with the 8 of Cups, someone sleeping, covered, maybe they are feeling ill or tired or sad. And we see a new generation of people feeling empowered and walking towards the unknown now that they know so much, in a direction they thought before was blocked, but now has opened up to them. It's like, hey, the sea, we can now sail the sea. We're not stuck on this island, for example, anymore. That's very metaphorically speaking. And although you're going incognito in the world, your major glow up is that how you're going to be a pioneer, how you're going to be seen as a star. The whole world will have their eyes on you, or the field or the company. And here with the 2 scepters, with your will and your knowledge, you go cheers. The rest is up to you guys. It's the collective power and the collaboration of energy that's bringing humanity upwards. Very cool reading, my dear pile number 2. I don't know what to say. I wish you the best of luck from my heart. May you be successful. Thank you for your wonderful work. This was your reading, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up, and do let me know if this was your pile and pile number 2. I'd be so interested, you know, to see you guys in the comment section. I wish you guys, I totally understand that there's a lot of privacy here in your work, and even if you don't mention it, do know that my heart's with you. I wish you the best. This was your reading. Truly hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book. This book could truly help you in your journey of becoming productive and achieving your dreams and tackling your tasks, no matter how intimidating they are, because it teaches you to see it teaches you to see productivity in with a healthy mindset, where you don't need to rely on motivation because it's an emotion that comes and goes. It teaches you to have a healthy mindset towards productivity, where you don't eventually feel burned out. but you rather understand that it's a journey that you're meant to enjoy, as you are meant to create things in the world, and no more tasks are going to be seen as intimidating. It truly has techniques and ideas that many people around the world have been using to be successful in a much easier way. It's opening up your mind to see how else things can be done, and to learning the right way, perhaps, of looking at things and doing things. It's such an empowering book, and if you would like to check it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And while you're there, you might want to check out the Productivity e-cookbook. This is like a sister book that could really help you with your journey of productivity, because it has 210 recipes of healthy and delicious meals that are cooked in a matter of minutes, giving you the rest of the day to do whatever is important for you. There's also a vegan version, and if you're interested in this ebook as well, you also find a link to it down in the description box. And my dear pile number 2, I'm wishing you the best, and it's so hard to let an amazing reading like this go, but I hope I do hear from you. I hope you tell me what this is about one day. Thank you, wishing you the best, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful blue gold stone in the shape of a heart. Very, very beautiful. Let's keep it right there. And you were also drawn to this very interesting tree. Just read about it in the guidebook. So cool. It's called Mitragynia. Yeah, Mitragynia, with shape shifting. All right, so let's adjust that. Let's keep your main card to the side and see how this fits into your reading today. And we're taking a look at your next major glow up. What's happening and what is it all about? So, you have vampire. And the light attributes to this archetype makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. And the shadow attributes are depleting others for your psychic survival, chronic complaining, and codependency. Okay, let's keep that here. And a vampire reminds me of energy vampires. Also, yeah, let's keep it at that for now. And you have the sun, self-express and embody truth. So pile number 3, it looks like there's great healing coming up with all of these hearts specifically as well, of you healing from people from your past that may have been like energy vampires that were draining you. They were perhaps lying to you. They perhaps mistreated you for their own benefits. And they've caused a lot of pain, specifically because I've just read now that the Mitragynia is a tree in the rainforest, and the people of Southeast Asia, the indigenous people actually of Southeast Asia, they really valued this tree because they would use it as poultice to treat wounds, but also it would heal a lot of symptoms like stress, pain, fatigue, fever. So I feel like that's the type of energy that these old people in your life brought. I feel like you were perhaps walking and carrying a heavy heart with you of like constant stress, constant pain, feeling depleted, feeling tired. And maybe with all of this energy that you were carrying, you weren't able to deal properly with the world, with the outside world. You weren't able to express yourself, to say your truth. And it looks like the next major glow up here is that you're healing in such a crazy way, a big way, I mean, from this energy. I feel like you're going to be one of the fortunate ones, because this card kind of reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune with the circle here and yeah, with the circling around the circle. I feel it's showing me Wheel of Fortune energy. I feel like you're going to be one of the fortunate ones to be able to heal from dark energy like that. Perhaps you used to deal with people who were narcissistic, like selfish, functioned heavily from their shadow. And I think they put you in a cycle as well. Speaking of the Wheel of Fortune, they put you in a cycle of behaving the same way, and you couldn't break out of this cycle. I feel that maybe you may even have been addicted to these negative emotions without knowing. And why do I say that? Because this interesting tree, in the 19th century, they discovered, I think from the guidebook I read, kratom, yeah, which was kind of like an opium substitute, where it would act like opium, but it's not dangerous. And so people who were healing from addiction, they would take it. Also, it's the same thing with morphine, people with morphine independence. So to me, it's like really revolutionary in terms of the realm of addiction. And so I feel like perhaps your body, maybe not even you, maybe your body or your mind was kind of like wired, is the right word, was wired to the cycle, and it was going on automatically. You couldn't stop it. And you are going to be very fortunate to be able to shape shift these emotions, interrupt, actually is the right word, interrupt the pattern of these emotions and these thoughts forever. This seems to me like one of the few fortunate ones who are able to cross to the other side with this Saturn energy, this tough challenge. And I see huge healing coming up for you next. You're blossoming, you're shining unapologetically, and you're not afraid to express who you are. Beautiful and strong energy here, my dear pile number 3, and you must be super proud of yourself with that type of energy. Let's see more. Wow, bell announcement. And bell is associated with the throat chakra. So now I see that the major glow up here is that people are hearing you and healing. Wow, so cool. As you're speaking, you could be healing as well. So people are hearing you express your truth unapologetically and boldly. So you're genuinely here expressing yourself. You're showing who you are. Your power is showing. And it's coming from the light, not from the shadow. Showing true power. And you have shark. Take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. Actually, what I'm seeing with the shark, when we see a shark and we see the fins, we know that, this looks like trouble. So I feel like just by your energy represented by the fins, people would already feel through your healed, strong energy that you're not someone to be messed with. Your energy now that you're gaining confidence to speak up and to show who you are unapologetically, you're like a threat to these old types of people. They can no longer harm you, and they see that, this looks like someone of a threat. And sharks, they keep going round and round. So it kind of shows that this is not a person who can easily let go of what they don't like. A predator, someone who is ready to attack. And of course here, like I said, it's coming from a healing place. So it's not like attack as per se, or like you want to harm others, but you're showing strong energy. You're able to stand up, defend yourself, put a strong boundary between you and people who, for you, used to seem challenging. And you're no longer allowing this cycle of or pattern of thought or negative emotions to take control of you. You're instead taking control of this pattern, of this cycle, and you're becoming a very strong person. as a summary to what I'm seeing so far, you're becoming a very strong character. And this is a strong character that is not coming from a source of anger or shadow, but rather a strong person coming from true light, true power. It's coming from a calm place, but is ready to speak up whenever needed. Congratulations and good job, pile number 3. You should really be proud of yourself. And so the highlight here is you being able to express yourself freely and embody your true nature unapologetically, whether people like it or not. Okay, so let's take a look at the rest of your cards. You have the 10 of Wands. We can see here the end of a tough cycle. And I did see this. You carrying heavy emotions. It was very apparent in your reading from the very beginning. And you're dropping this heaviness that you were carrying around, you know, the heaviness of pain, the heaviness of stress, the heaviness of feeling constantly tired and, drained. That is dropping and you're feeling refreshed, light as a feather, and you're able to be who you are and live a happy life. You have the 3 of Wands. Hope you can see that. There. 3 of Wands. You have the 4 of Swords, represented as the 4 of Birds. You have the orbs. This is the... the orbs is actually the strength card. Let me check. Yes, this is indeed the strength card. And look at what the guidebook is saying about the orbs. It says, these are wise souls who have lived lives upon lives and no longer reincarnate into human form. They exist only in the spirit plane and know all there is to know. And I really feel here that your major glow up is you finally relieving these emotions off your back. You've reached the epitome of strength here. And your journey of healing from this terrible dark energy, and you know, with great light comes great darkness, so you have definitely not had it easy. It was super challenging and you may have been dealing with very dark people, but look where it took you today, my dear pile number 3. It's like you are the epitome of strength here. Wow, you know all there is to know about genuinely having like a strong mindset, a strong body, or a strong view, especially with what there is to know. You have reached the epitome of knowing how to deal mentally, perhaps, or emotionally with situations like that, and you are easily able to navigate yourself and your mind to do whatever is important to you. You know, you finally found your rest, and that's the energy of the 4 of Swords. Whether it's winter, whether it's challenging times, or whether it's positive times, you now have learned to rest and feel good, even within difficult times, or what used to be perceived rather as difficult times. So cool, pile number 3. So cool. You have the 4 of Swords again. Talk about rest. There. 4 of Swords. You have, I feel like you've kept yourself genuinely protected. Your innocence, who you are as a person. You didn't change yourself to become a vampire yourself. I feel like despite the hardness, you had to hug yourself through it. You had to take care of yourself through this energy, through your life. Take good care of yourself. Nurture yourself. And all along as you were healing, because this was not easy at all. Also, 4 of Swords has to do with healing as well. You've kept yourself, your thoughts, the healthy thoughts. You've kept who you are, your innocence, very well protected. And it didn't blind you from seeing the truth. And so your good-hearted nature, or your good thoughts with the swords, your clean thoughts, or wise thoughts, because you're represented as the orbs here, so you must be a wise soul. You didn't allow your nature to change and be affected by the outside world, and you didn't allow it to taint your own vision of what's right and what's wrong. You have adjusted what used to maybe be naive, but it never changed the good things about you. Pile number 3. You have the King of Swords. Yeah. You have the 4 of Cups. Ooh, and you have the Tower card. This was not easy for sure, yeah. We can clearly see it from the very beginning of this reading. This pile has gone through it all. I mean, it's not just the dark night of the soul. I feel like with the Tower card, your life really wasn't stable. The people that were surrounding you were not making it stable at all. You had to experience one shock after the other. You perhaps had to drop a lot of people, and it was painful because we're seeing blood drops here. It wasn't easy to just drop these people. Perhaps they were people that meant a lot to you, and you had to go through a lot of pain through these shocks. Yeah, this was a lot of pain. Yes, this was very painful. Pile number 3. Let me take a look here, because the cup is falling as well as the people. So you dropped your emotions to certain people. And there's a white and black glove. So you weren't thinking like, but they've done good things. No, you dropped people as soon as they've put you through this terrible like trauma or terrible shocks, terrible energy. It wasn't easy. Look, the cup is it looks like blood, not even wine. But you dropped it. You dropped these people out of your life. It was not an easy journey for sure. And with the King of Swords, it shows that you were very cerebral about it. You certainly looked at things and people around you from an intelligent perspective, very intelligent person. Maybe you did not speak up a lot, but you were very, very intelligent. King of Swords, absolutely, very smart person. I think I've emphasized this enough. And so you always felt like the key was to drop. And you were right. That's one of the major things that you've done right in your life. So the major glow up that I see happening in your life, strong character, and you finally resting. You've reached the end of this journey in terms of pain. So this looks like you're no longer going to be experiencing pain and stress in your life. And even if you do, it's like kind of like feeling a little bit chilly in the cold. Nothing like the way it used to be at all. I feel like you've learned how to carry yourself and not carry the negative emotions. You've mastered with the King of Swords your mind. Your mind is balanced now. Talking about patterns, your mind is balanced because kings are balanced energy, swords are the mind. So there's balance in your mind now. That is an impressive type of healing. And now, as you navigate through the world, you'll be navigating it with a lot of peace and tranquility. That type of calmness is exuding from you. People feel like you're not threatened, you're not afraid, because it shows in this peaceful energy that you have. Also, when they talk to you, they feel like there's a strong, balanced person who's not threatened, who's not a victim, who's not worried, afraid, and is standing strong on their own 2 feet, ready to drop negative people or negative experiences that do not serve them, but is also a very, very strong personality that is able to speak up and say what they feel and think whenever they want to. And look, your throat chakra is going to be bringing you a lot of fortune and good luck in this next phase of your life, my dear pile number 2. Yeah, throat chakra in specific. I feel something so interesting here with the 4 of Swords. I feel like there is this person is looking with amazement. Perhaps you have some people from your past looking in amazement and saying, hey, pile number 3 was maybe right about their thoughts all along. So your thoughts could have been seen as the very thing that maybe was the reason for them to think that you seemed weak, perhaps, or isolated, whatever this is about. I would say, what did we say in the beginning? Yeah, energy. Maybe you didn't have strong energy to you. But now, as you reach the epitome of strength, you're making people reconsider how they saw you and reconsider your ideas. Because look, you kept them very safe. You were, no matter the circumstance, what the circumstances were, you didn't change your mindset about the right things. That's what we noticed first, about the right things that you had. And although you really believed in these right things, maybe when you communicated these things in the past, they were seen as, oh, that's mentality of someone who's a victim or someone who's weak. But now that they see this ultimate strength that is intimidating them, or is like nothing like they've ever seen, is now shifting people's mindset to saying, hey, maybe actually pile 3 was right all along, because they've gone through these shocks and difficult times. They've walked their talk. They've believed in these ideas, and look at where they are today. So you have a lot of people who were toxic around you, who used to see you in one way, that will absolutely shift their mindsets completely about how they see you today, my dear pile number 3. And this is obviously the ultimate or the major glow up that is happening next in your life. I feel like in this phase, you'll be glowing so bright. And also with the heart, you're going to be really loved and admired. You're entering a new positive phase of your life. Your character is going to be shining. Who you are is going to be shining bright. And you will be living the rest of your life. See, that's the major lesson here. Tranquilly and peacefully. This is exactly, no matter how things in the environment change around you. And my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see in your reading. Such a cool reading. I wish you the best. And such a good job with this healing. And if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my productivity books. These books can truly help you out in your journey of achieving your dreams and achieving your goals. The Productivity Handbook teaches you how to become a productive person right away and not to depend on motivation, because motivation comes and goes, and not to endure it as a tough emotion to go through, because otherwise you're going to drop it at some point. It really teaches you the healthy mindset of being a productive person and how to tackle even the most intimidating and difficult tasks through techniques that will really open up your mind towards how productivity is approached, you'll have a lot of aha moments, and it'll really prompt you to forever feel like you're in control of this, you got this, and you're actually enjoying the journey. And this is really what it's truly about. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find the link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And while you're there, you may be interested in checking the productivity e-cookbook. That's like a sister book to the productivity book, and it has 210 recipes of healthy and delicious meals that are cooked in a matter of minutes, giving you the rest of the day to do what is important for you. I've partnered with a nutritionist that I really love to bring out this ebook for you guys. There's also a vegan version if you're vegan, and if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link also to this ebook down in the description box. And my dear pile number 3, all the best of luck with what's to come in your life. Congratulations on this amazing work. You must be really proud of yourself. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.